Ooh. All right, give me a second. Let me just quickly go live here on TikTok if it allows me. Sometimes it doesn't allow me. One second. Oh, I just put that in there, man. That sucks. Give me a second. Let me check some stuff out really quick. Subscribers only. Monetization. All right, so I'll let some people get in here while I'm putting this in here. All right, how's everybody doing today? Everybody good? Everybody fine? Everybody doing great? We got 17 people here. Over on TikTok, we got 5 people. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Hey boss, I'm good, and you? I'm doing pretty good. Starting to take some investments, some profits, and all of that stuff. Which I took some profits yesterday, and I alerted Patreon, as well as alerting the NFA channel. Um, but yeah, I let people know, when I took profit, when I'm buying something, all of that stuff. So again, if you guys want to join Patreon and get any of those buy alerts or any educational content or anything like that, definitely check that out. Link is in the description. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm doing fine. You have to go to the dentist today, but you know, just another busy day. At least all of the snow in PA is gone, or at least here is gone because of the rain. So we had a pretty decent amount of snow, and then I went to go shovel everything, and then maybe as I was shoveling, the power went out in the house. So I thought we were gonna be just walking around with candlelight because it went out for like 2 hours, and I was like, all right, well this is just gonna be a dark night. That's a movie. Um, but yeah, it was gonna be a dark night, and I was like, all right, I need to get all these candles and everything, and went out and bought some battery powered lights and everything. But power came back on by the time I got back, so I was happy about that. Um, so yeah, that's how my day went yesterday. But today should be pretty good. Investments wise, things are looking good. They're not obviously continuing to fall like they were yesterday. And even yesterday, later in the day, we started to see something really make moves. And one of those positions that we saw make huge moves was Aptos. I don't know if anybody has seen Aptos. I ended up making a move into it at about $7. I can go into it a little bit today. That's obviously what this live stream is really about, is going into the investment of Aptos, buying it, selling it, where the opportunities were, where I mentioned it, all of these different things. So yeah, make sure you guys, if you're on TikTok, double tap the screen. If you're on YouTube, Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like away. We got 27 people that are over here. I realize this might not be the most popular video that's out here, because typically we talk about, Shiba Inu and Terra Luna Classic and the overall market, but talking about just Aptos and the large gain that we had with this position, um, you know, it's interesting. So yeah. Anyways, good morning, Matt. Always good to see your live chats. Yeah, it's great. I love chatting with you guys. Um, I'm in Jessup, PA. Snow's gone. To the God, yeah, I hear you. Um, at $3.50 a month ago, you think it's too late to get in. So right now, I would probably not make that move. I think it still has potential. It's just there's too much risk for it to come back. With how much it has gained and how much it has moved, if you look at the chart, there's too much, um, you know, that says, oh, well, this has a potential chance to come back. The 400% gain means that you could potentially see, maybe let's say a 25 or 50% loss if it goes back down to some of these, levels. You know what I mean? So it was at $3.50, and now we're seeing it at a level $18. Let me go ahead and show you my screen. So this is my, I don't know what I did here. This is my Coinbase account. So I recently just took out cash, the cash that I actually moved from Aptos. I took that out and put it into my bank account. I got to start collecting a lot for taxes and stuff. So if we scroll down here and we look at Aptos, I have like 1 penny in there. It's currently at $18.13. Over the last hour, it's kind of decreased a little bit by about 1%. If we look at someone just bought 20K worth. Yeah, I mean, some people just believe in it exactly where it is. You know what I mean? And for me, I can never buy on gains like this. In the last day, it's up 30%. I can never justify buying at these points. Hey, Matt, did you get the $5,000 you asked me to send via your WhatsApp in the comments? Please confirm you have received it. Thanks. I'm I'm not asking for any. I hope that that's a joke. I really hope that that's a joke. If it's not, I I apologize that somebody is taking advantage of the following that I have and being able to um, you know basically impersonate me. I really hope that that's not real, because I don't want to see anybody send money to somebody that is not me. I don't expect them to send any money to me. I don't ask anybody to send money to me. Um, so if you got scammed in the comment section, understand that I mention it all the time, that I don't want to respond to comments because there's a ton of scams that are down there and people. Okay, only joking. Okay, thank God. Don't do that. Because there are people that have actually basically said, I hate your guts because you scammed me. And I'm like, I didn't do anything. Um, okay, perfect. Good that it's a joke. Just to let anybody know, if you see any comments that are down below, if you see any comments anywhere that say, can, can we reach out on WhatsApp, or can you send me money? Know that it's not me. I'm not asking anybody to send me money. If you send me super chats, you send me super chats, but I'm not going to ask you to send me money via WhatsApp or whatever the platform actually is. I'm not asking you to send me any type of money. Um, I I don't need anything, and I also want you guys to be able to invest your money the right way. And sending it to some of these scammers is not investing your money the right way. So be careful out there. Really be careful. Market slowly moving towards green, possibly, Matt. Uh, yeah, we might see a little bit of a pump. I think right now we're looking at kind of that start to the bullish market, where people are asking me, hey, is this the bull market? And I can't honestly answer that and say, yes, it is the bull market. I believe that we're starting the bull market, but there's always a chance that things can go the opposite way. Every sign is leading towards this being bullish, um, but you never really know. I mean, markets, um, I guess, are temperamental. You never know what's going to happen. But anyways, Aptos is at $18.33 over the last day. We've seen this grow by about 31.5%. Over the last week, 134%. So literally just from the point of this being at $7, and I mentioned this again, talking about how Aptos is coming back at around $7 or $8, and it did end up skyrocketing all the way up to $18. People were like, this is going to fall back down to $3. And I was like, we'll see. We will see. And it ended up increasing up to about 13 or 14, to where they then again doubled down and said it's going to decrease back down to $3, and then it increased up to $18. Now, I sold all of my Aptos around $15, 15 plus dollars, and some people reached out to me on my one of my videos and said, you sold too soon. Understand that there's a difference between selling too soon or selling to make whatever profit you wanted. My goal with this was to make about $100 from this. I only invested in 40 Aptos. So my goal was to make about $100 from this. The fact that I made 240 is pretty crazy, for how much I was looking to make. Now I understand that this was had more potential, and I knew it had more potential. I just didn't have a lot of money to invest because tax season and all that stuff. So yeah, I ended up making, if we scroll down here, I ended up making $240 from this, with an average of $7.48. If I would have invested more at the lower point, which I would have loved to, I probably would have made more. And the fact that I was talking about it so much, and I would have invested more, which is crazy because I would have had more money to put aside for taxes and stuff like that if I would have pushed to make a little bit more money. What is on the floor? Sticker stuck to my shoe. Oh, it's tape. It's tape stuck to my shoe. All indicators are basically topped out, expecting a big pullback, possibly a dump. So I expected a little bit of a retracement, and we did see a little bit of a retracement in a lot of things. Do you need a mod in your room? No, I typically have a bunch of mods that show up. I guess none that are showing up today, though. I might need to get a whole new set of moderators. Yes, Harper. Yeah, you can have yogurt. Hey man, I'm losing faith in Terra Luna Classic. Too much arguing and drama. I'm thinking of selling my position and buying more CRO. I mean, that's on you. I can tell you that I still think that Terra Luna Classic has a ton of potential. And I would say at minimum, if we look at the opportunity for Terra Luna Classic, even versus CRO, I still think without any type of burns or anything associated with that, I still believe that Terra Luna Classic has a lot of potential to grow, and maybe just as much as potential as CRO has at its max level without burns, right? So while you're looking at CRO and understand that this has a 10x return or 12x return or whatever from here, I think what we see is Terra Luna Classic has just that same return, if not more, potential with that. Because looking at Terra Luna Classic at 1 penny, that's only a $60 billion market cap, and you're looking at dropping 2 zeros there. So I definitely believe that that can happen, and you're looking at a really, really big return for something that can happen without all of these real outside factors, I would say, because the community is strong enough. But I understand what you're thinking. I understand where you're coming from. I've had a lot of people that said the same thing. That were like, I'm tired of all the drama. I don't like drama, but there's drama in every position. I would say less drama in some of the ones that are up at a higher market cap. You know, you're not seeing a ton of drama in Ethereum or Bitcoin unless you're saying which one is better. Then there's a huge argument, but never in like development or um, you know, whatever the project does, right? So I don't know. So we have 77 people here, guys. If you could hit the like button, please do so. It does help out. It really does. We're looking at Aptos today. We're looking at a lot of positions, but we're looking at Aptos today and seeing how over the last month, this is up 406% from a low level of like $3 and some odd cents, right? And this increased all the way up to $19.49. Somebody commented earlier on the NFA channel and talking about how they made $13,000 since me posting that video. And I'm happy about that. I'm very, very happy about that. The fact that they can gain so much, I don't know how much they invested. You would have to do the math, like back into it. But that's great that anybody's making so much money from it. Never get a notification for your live streams on YouTube. I mean, sometimes you get a notification. I'm going to start putting all the notifications on Discord. And then we'll be able to get a ton of notifications there. Is Aptos stabilizing with the little resistance and about to go to 22? I haven't checked the candlesticks. Yeah, I wish I had a easier platform to set up all my indicators and stuff. But I don't have that. Why am I so far away? Where is Aptos? Should be a $2 billion market cap, over 2 billion. It's ranked 25th. It's a almost a $3 billion market cap, literally right there. The thing that does worry me, guys, the fact that we see dilution, you know, within the circulating supply. I understand how it can hold at higher points, but if they continue, because I believe the first time I looked at this, let me go to my channels here. I think the first time I looked at it was on my main channel. So, give me 1 second. Let me look it up and what the amount was. Give me a second. 8. And we're gonna try and see what the supply was because I believe it was at 500 or 156 or 159. I want to look at the earliest time of mentioning it and see if they are introducing some supply. I always like to look at this stuff. So let me go back here. Let me look at position. Here we go. Why is it such bad quality here? Come on, man. 1080p. Here we go. So yeah, this is the one thing that does worry me with Aptos, and I think people should understand that as well. Is that this is the circulating supply, or this was the circulating supply in about 3 months ago, right? So October or something like that. This was the circulating supply. You had 130 million coins that's out there, and now you're sitting at 160. So within that short period of time, they added 30 million coins. So if that's going to be the case, and the total supply actually went up. So the max supply is adding some to the total supply, and the total supply, we're adding more to the overall circulating supply. So be careful of that. If anybody is invested in something like that, I don't like when things get heavily diluted, because look at the difference between the market cap and the fully diluted market cap. So I know that I'll probably make an investment when we do have an understanding what the max supply is. And if there is no max supply and it just continues to add more to the total supply, then I probably won't reinvest into the position because of the potential of dilution. And I would also want to get an understanding of how much they would dilute per year. But yeah, 3 billion versus the 18.5 billion is a large difference. But if it shows a ton of strength and there's a solid reason to why you have the dilution there, which usually there is. Sometimes there's just like, oh, there's a private sale and the private sale gets unlocked at a certain point. You know? So just be careful. Now you see potential in Aptos where you were, where were you when it was $3 a few weeks ago? I was here. I was over on the NFA channel. So I was mentioning it multiple times on the NFA channel. I think like 4 or 5 times on the NFA channel. I didn't mention it over here that much. But I did mention it when it first launched and talked about how it does have potential and the room to grow, and also understanding the circulating supply and all of that stuff. So I was here. I was talking about it. I bought it at that time. I bought it basically the day of launch, and understood that this definitely still had potential. I just couldn't buy any more. And I would have loved to buy more at $3. But I did talk about it after it went from $3 back to $6. And I did talk about it when it went to $8. So I talked about it multiple times. And I also mentioned it on Patreon a bunch of times. So, yeah. Hey, all, just headed to work. Hope everyone has a great day. Yeah, you too. I switched over to Threshold and audio. Thinking about Aptos as well. I agree. Too much drama with Lunic. Yeah, I don't like all the drama, but we have to deal with it. As people part of this community, you deal with the drama that's there, and if you can deal with it, just understand that when you have something great come to you in life, it doesn't always come easy, right? So it's going to be a difficult road. There are some people that win the lottery and it comes easy, and maybe those people that won the lottery were playing it for 20 years and they finally won the lottery. So it came difficult. It seems like it came easy to them, but maybe they were playing the lottery for 20 years. Speaking of lottery, I don't even know what the lottery numbers were yesterday, because was it yesterday or was it the day before that? It was the day before that. What's today? Thursday? Yeah. I don't know who won it. Let's just type in Mega Millions. It looks like it wasn't me. But let's see. This is January 24th. Let's see what I got here. Is this? Yes, this is 24th. So I know the mega ball that I have, that's not it. 20 is not it. But do I have 5 of the other numbers? I would say no. They're all very high numbers. 41, 47, no. 50, no. 60, 62, no. Yeah, I play the same numbers here. Yeah, I play the same numbers every single week, and a lot of times you don't win, but we'll see how that plays out. It's all for YouTube, which I have to make another update video to see how much I spent versus how much I made on the lottery. So, which is crazy because the first time I switched over to this method, I made $12. Second time, well, obviously, as I continued to have these numbers, what is going on with it? Like a notification or something? Alexa is making weird noises. Cancel. Um, you and the apes must feel really dumb about AMC at this point, right? Can you give an update? So I have given an update. No, I don't feel dumb about AMC. The fact that they are constantly attacking AMC, it's not anything that makes me feel dumb. But if I would have taken advantage of what they are doing, because they're going to short it, right? If I would have taken advantage of them shorting it by me shorting it, we would have made so much money on the way down playing their own game. Because what they are doing, what hedge funds are doing, they are basically, and I can talk about stocks pretty much all day, and we do have a section today. I believe we're going to talk about stocks at like 9:30. But yeah, I think with all the shorting that they've done, I could have taken advantage of it, and they do the same thing, right? They buy, options as things are running, as they know they're going to cover a lot of their shorts. They can manipulate the market as much as possible. That's why I hate the stock market. Even the crypto market can be manipulated at times. The more money you have, the more you can manipulate things. That's what happened with Terra Luna Classic in a big way, or USTC, where that's heavily attacked and continued to be attacked. Even though you do have a solid road to return, that road kept getting chopped at the knees, right? So it wasn't a good situation. But no, I'm not. I don't feel like it was dumb for me to be an AMC. I think for people that held on to everything and didn't take even a little bit of profit, maybe. But know that I took $16,000 worth of profit, and that's what really started a ton of crypto moves for me. More bullish in crypto after that fact, and I ended up turning that $16,000 into like 30 and 40 and $50,000 before everything really started to crash. And now I'm pretty much at a break even, and that's really thanks to Terra Luna Classic and gaining me so much out of that one gain, um, and some others that I've gained some big plays with as well. But no, I would say I don't feel dumb. I gained something from it, and I still hold like $11,000 in there. So total that I would have had was around $27,000 that I gained from AMC. However, a ton of other things have come down. So since you're down in some other positions, those eat away at whatever your gains were. Um, so unrealized losses, but realized gains. So no, I don't feel stupid. Um, if we still had the 1.2% tax and it was implemented on CEXs, we probably have wiped out 1 trillion coins by now. We would wipe out more than 1 trillion coins by now. If we saw it on all CEXs, like I've said before, and I don't have a full update. I don't know why this is not. I don't have a full. Let me actually bring up Excel. I don't have a full breakdown, but I can probably build something. Um, so yeah, if we literally had 300 million dollars in volume and we saw the 1.2% on that, the times 1.2%, um, we would be looking at 3.6 million per day that we would be able to burn off if we saw 300 million, and we saw more than 300 million a couple of times. Now, typically we're hovering around 100 million. But let's say that is 100 million, right? 100 million with the 1.2%, we would have 1.2 million that would be able to burn off per day. I'm going to show you all of this in a little bit. But then you would multiply that, or divide that by 0.00018, that where we're at. So that would be 6.6 billion that we could burn off by now. And that was basically, if we take that, multiply that by 365, we could have burned off. Well, technically, it was less than that. It was probably somewhere around a half a year. So yeah, we probably could have burned off a little bit over 1 trillion. And depending on what the volume is, right? If we see over 300 million, we could burn off a lot more than that. And that's only with 100 million. So let's say that this is 3 months, or maybe longer, because we started the 1.2%, and that might be like, let's say it's 6 months, 180 days. 1.2 trillion we would have at $100 million. And if we saw an average of 200 million, 2.4 trillion that we can burn off, if we had, sorry, I just changed some things. If we had an average of, or movement of 300 million, which if we saw trillions that were burning off, we would see more volume. This is why, we're not seeing as much volume, but we would see more volume if we show more potential. So the more that we're burning off, the more that people are buying in. So that's where it kind of changes. And you're like, people are like, oh, well, we only had 100 million in volume. But I guarantee that if we were burning and we showed we burn 1 trillion over, 180 days or something, or even, burning hundreds of billions, we would see this skyrocket to an understanding that this would be at $1 billion worth of volume every single day. And if we're looking at 180 days, that's 12 trillion. We have less than 12 trillion. Time to create spreadsheets. Yeah. But yes, if we have burns, creates volume, which creates more burns, and it's a revolving cycle. So if we had the 1.2%, 100% we would be there. We would probably be at a level right now where we can see it easily hit 10 cents or 25 cents without a problem. So yeah, What coin would you buy if you only had $100? Um, that's tough to say because I feel like you'll go out and just buy it. Um, so if I only had $100 to spend right now, I know everything is green, so I don't really like when things are green. Um, or well, I do like when they're green, but if I'm looking to buy, I don't like when they're green. I would say what I actually bought $250 worth of was just Jasmy. I just bought Jasmy coin. Talking about that and seeing the potential and where that can go, how much volume is going into that, how much has been fully diluted, and now where we're at currently. I believe Jasmy is a great play. That should get you somewhere around 20,000 coins. Um, and if you do a little bit more research into the use case behind it and um, what other people think about it, people buying it, a ton of other research into it, not just what I've done, but I would probably buy like something like Jasmy or Anchor or, some positions where I can get a ton of or a decent amount of coins for, what the position is. So, yeah, or CRO or something like that. But if you're looking to Filecoin, Lunic, yeah, Lunic would be good. I feel like you really want a million Terra Luna Classic. If you're starting from there, you really want a million. I know a lot of people want a million, and that's $180. So you would get basically 500,000, which is not bad. Um, I just feel like there are some other positions too that you can profit off of. I only think I think the only reason Aptos didn't go wild earlier was because of the launch at FTX uh mess. Um so yeah, I did think that I did think that too. But I also thought not only because of that, just because of everything that's going on and you're kind of launching at a time to where crypto is kind of like just hitting its bottom. So I feel like, yes, the FTX situation really hurt the entire market, decreasing really hurt and kind of collapsed a ton. But like I said, I can tell you the thing that I worry about with Aptos is the circulating supply. So that's something that I didn't want to go all in on, and I think other people saw the same thing. They didn't want to go all in on that position, but they would dip their toe in the water. So people saw the opportunity as it was at $3, and that's when they were like, "All right, this makes sense. The crypto market looks like it's starting to thrive. Let's go." Um, so yeah, I definitely agree with you. Thank you for the $20 super chat, by the way, Richie. I appreciate that. Um, I definitely agree with you that I think FTX really messes up or messed up a ton of um, coins and tokens from moving or reaching whatever its potential could have been. And I think Aptos still has a ton of potential, and I think it could have run, like you said earlier, it could have run to maybe um, an easy, 4 or $5 billion market cap if things were steady or at a more bullish momentum. Aptos have the same VC as Solana. Aptos will dump soon. Next month, Aptos have unlocks. And like I said, that's what I worry about. Is anytime you have a larger gain like that, understand that you're going to have a retracement. Now, I don't know how when that retracement will come, but know that you have more coins that do unlock. And just from that example of showing you Aptos here, and this was 3 months ago, and what the overall circulating supply is at 130, you might end up seeing 160. Now, understanding if it is and when it is fully diluted, you may end up having an opportunity once it does kind of pull back a little bit. But yeah. Uh, you got to understand where we are today. 4 or 5 billion is kind of a reaction based thing. When things launch and it has so much success from the beginning, a lot of things will find a way to 4 or 5x the position. So with Aptos, when I bought into it, I knew that it did have potential to do that because of launch. Launches are insanely strong. Usually you see a ton of movement within those. And if you look at a lot of things that are in the market, um, you don't have a ton of use cases behind them when they do launch. The thought of where the roadmap will be and where it's going to go, but I truly think that with just the potential of volume that goes into something that's new, that's where you can look at a 4 to 5 billion. Would it stay there? No, I think you would have a retracement, and you've seen that time and time again. I do a lot of my research on these things based on history, and history has shown that you have massive gains in the beginning, especially when things launch on multiple platforms. Kind of like what happened with ApeCoin. But ApeCoin was kind of the opposite, with coins that were given out and people that were, selling some of those coins, and um, the price going from a high to a low and then skyrocketing to another high. It was definitely a unique situation, but there's a lot of plays out there that are kind of giving you that history to show you exactly where things will go. Um, Guys, we have 143 people here. If you can hit the like button, we have 48 likes. I would greatly appreciate it. Anybody on TikTok, we got 6 people that are there. We got 595 likes. So thank you guys for hitting the like button over there. Matt, I need your opinion on Power Ledger. Uh, what is what is Power Ledger? What is Power Ledger? I don't know why it didn't come up, but here it is. Let me bring it here. So currently it's at 17 cents, 17.3, 17.4 cents. We're seeing 48% of the supply, circulating supply that is out there, up 2%. So it's not bad to see that. If we're looking at the volume, 4.5 million. So it does have a little bit of movement, a little bit of volume there. We're seeing a max supply of 1 billion coins, at which, 481 million is out in circulation. 26,000 in DEX volume, 5 million in CEX volume. Market cap, fully diluted market cap, you can see the difference there. You understand the difference between this and how that translates to this. You're currently looking, like I said, at 17 cents. Let's go ahead and look at all history. We've seen this to $1.80. It has dropped down to a low of about, I guess, $5, $3 or 3 cents or something. And now we're seeing this kind of hover around this 17-cent mark. It has been up to some of these higher levels of 45 cents. Let's see the market cap. So it looks like at the same price over here, we're seeing this at a higher point, which means that it has diluted at that point. I'm seeing it at a slightly higher point. It's not even that crazy of a difference. So dilution wasn't really that bad. Actually, we don't really see much dilution that goes into it, which is definitely a good thing. Overall, we haven't seen much dilution that goes into it. We have seen differences here, right, from here to here. So we definitely have some, but not a lot. If we look at the amount of holders, we're going to see that we have 54.3K holders, which is not bad. It shows a little bit of popularity. I don't like this, though. I do not like this at all. You have 3 wallets that hold a very large amount, 25% in an open wallet, 23% in an open wallet, 18% in an open wallet. The top 3 wallets hold about, 50, 57%. That is pretty insane. 50, 56, 57% is insane for you to hold. Or sorry, 67%. That's a lot. For the top 3 wallets, you have to get an understanding of what those are, and even if you do, it's still not a good enough explanation. I don't care what it is. So if I was looking to make an investment and I looked at that, I would say no, just because of how much is held here, and I don't know what they're used for, But I don't think there's any scenario to where you need to use 25 or 23 or 18% in some of these open wallets. Um, they're worth 43.9 million, 40.4 million, 31 million. If anybody wanted to take their profit, they can go ahead and do that. So I just can't do that. I can't. So it looks good everywhere else. Seeing no dilution, seeing 48%, which is okay. It's not horrible. And seeing the amount of volume we have seen, the markets and everything like that. I just I just don't know. There's too much that's held in one wallet. Um, it's not a USB key. Put your wait, I don't know what you're saying. Thanks for starting to mention Jasmine Coin. It got me. I got me 100K and holding to see what happens. Yeah, I mean 100K is 100K coins. I have 50K coins, so 100K coins is about $500, which is not gonna make or break anybody. I mean, some people I know it's difficult to, and I may be speaking from I guess a place of a slight bit of privilege here by saying that. So I realized what I said after I said it. But for some people, it may be a little bit much, depending on how much you do have. Um, but for if you're looking at a certain play, you can basically do the same percentage based on how much income you do have. So if $100 is something that's also that same level as you feel $500 would be, or another person feels $500 would be, then you go ahead and make that play there, and you're kind of, I guess, risking it for the biscuit a little bit. Aptos will drop hard when we start falling. You think we're really gonna fall hard? I don't think we're gonna fall that hard. Um, there's always a chance, but there's no unless inflation, stops easing. Unless that stops easing up, I feel like we're gonna continue on this trajectory. Um, and I hope that we skyrocket up to maybe a $1.5 trillion market cap, a $2 trillion market cap. That's what I'm hoping for in these next couple of months. But I do think that tax season is going to have a larger impact on it because of the gains that people have, the amount that they're going to have to. Um, sorry, I was reading something. The gains that they're going to have, the amount that they're going to have to pay in taxes. A lot of people will have to pay taxes, especially businesses and stuff, and they pull out of certain investments that they may put that tax money into. So, um, yeah. Your video about burns of Shiba that you make last year exist, and now that burn way. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Like the burn videos that I made for Shiba last year. I would love to see the burns go the way that I hoped, but it seems to always take a turn. We know the best way to get there, but it always takes a turn because people tend to flood. They flood the YouTube and Twitter and social media space with less of that. Where we learned from Shiba Inu. We should have learned from Shiba Inu, and that's why Lunix should be different. Um, but we understand that we wanted burns, right? Then we had an ecosystem dev team that came on and wanted to take advantage of the ecosystem and take advantage of the popularity while it's still here. So they wanted to focus on utility and building different things and saying that utility is the way that we get there. Utility is the way that we remain sustainable at some of those levels and the way that we continue to grow forward, right? Market cap wise, but price wise, and seeing our overall accounts increase in balance um, is more of the burning side of things. So when people say, oh, well, it's all about utility and everything on a popular position, it's because they want to take advantage of that position. They're creating a business to take advantage of the investors, the community that's behind it. And I thought that we learned from that with Shiba Inu. Um, and I understand how utility is a big thing, in crypto for future growth, future potential, and establishing it is great. But putting all of your eggs in this utility basket is not the best situation possible. The point of taking on the Terra Luna Classic project with USTC and everything was to recover Terra Luna Classic as quick as possible, not to create utility yet. It was to recover and save, rescue Terra Luna Classic. And the fact that we forgot where we are, um, or where we've come from, what the whole purpose of being a part of this was, is a little ridiculous, because they get you kind of um, get brainwashed into thinking that it's all about utility that gets us back there. No, it's about the fact that we have enough supporters, we have enough people that are buying and moving it around, and with enough movement, you can burn off enough of the supply. Yes, with some of that utility, if you can find something that it becomes extremely popular in that utility, you can burn off a lot more. And that's why it's great to establish the utility, but not to put all of your brain power in on what's going to happen over there. So find a way to increase the volume, find a way to increase the burns, revive the overall chain, revive the overall positions, and then we can focus on heavy on utility and how we can move forward from that. So Matt, you still gonna do your nano ledger video on how step by step, etc. I remember you had mentioned it. Um, I know I was going to do something with the ledger stacks, but I wanted to go into ledgers. I haven't ever like dove into that. Um, and to tell you the truth, I don't. There's people out there that understand a lot more than I do about the ledgers. Um, but I need to take some time to research it a little bit more. I got in Aptos in the threes. Took some profit at 13 and some more at 18. I'm just holding the rest. That's the way that you do it. That's the way that you do it. It's almost 2 years. Have SHIB burned even a trillion? No, they have not. Um, and that's the thing that really we should have learned from this, is what they were doing and what we are doing. And we're seeing that we kind of flow down the same road, the same river. And it bothers me, because I'm just like, how do people keep getting brainwashed? And is it because you have these popular people that come out and just go, oh, it's all about utility? I understand that utility is a big portion, but when they flood the social media space with utility is the way that we get Terra Luna Classic back to $1, when that's not true, because utility takes a while to establish, and we need to take advantage of the popularity now in order to create burns, in order to decrease the supply and rescue the overall chain, rescue the overall project. It's just, I don't know, it's mind-boggling. I really don't, I really never understood it, because we haven't learned from Shiba Inu. It's been 2 years. We've built a ton of utility that technically wasn't around SHIB. It was just around the ecosystem that they promised was going to be around SHIB. In Terra Luna Classic, we're doing something a little bit different, to where a lot of things are flowing around Lunic. You're not creating brand new projects. I mean, technically with Terra and whatever else, they're looking to create some brand new things, but you're not doing as much like Shiba Inu was doing. The Shiba Inu ecosystem was doing, by creating Bone, Leash, Shiboshis, and all these things that don't actually affect Shiba Inu at all. But they were building all this utility for the ecosystem, saying that this is going to benefit Shiba Inu holders, when in reality, they're just looking for it to benefit their pockets, and have the 1.3 million people that are holding Shiba Inu buy all of these other things, because you're investing in the ecosystem. And the only way you invest into the ecosystem is by investing into a lot of those plays. So I don't know. It's something that That bothers me every day, but I'm only one person. I can put out my opinion, but there's going to be a ton of people that shoot it down because they want to build something to take advantage of the growth, take advantage of the community. So while I say, hey, burns are where it's at, let's get burns done. If we can find a way to burn off this much, let's focus on this. Then you have those people that care about utility or care about their own business that will go, no, it's not about that. Um, we created a D app here to where it's like we would have to go through so many transactions and it would cost us so much, and we would create so much volume when in reality they haven't created jack. I don't want to curse. They haven't created anything with volume, and we've seen less volume since all of that. So it, I don't know. If we're looking for gains and we're looking to further the community, further the project, I mean, I feel as though you have to look at the supply first, where the supply was, how we can get the supply back to normal, and that's where we need to focus on. Um, and I wish I can say this to the masses. I wish I can say it to everybody to say, look, this is where we need to be looking. But a lot of people hear burns and they're just like, no, we're done with that. We're going to go to utility. We're going to focus on that. And it's just something that's will get us there probably, but very, very slowly. How big do you think Binance next burn will be? It depends if they do 50% or 100% of their fees. It should be bigger. If it's 100%, it should be, probably 6 billion times three. So, looking at 18 billion coins, which is not bad, 18 or 20 billion coins or something like that. Now, if it's 50% of that, you can expect half of it, like 10 billion coins. Or if it's you see more people that are going through Binance Convert versus the um, regular trading, margin trading, spot trading, all that. Simply to grab money from retail. Yeah, pretty much. I'm still waiting to see the purpose of SHIB NFTs. Yeah, nothing yet. Uh, if we get Lunic utilities, my my question is, when will we get a meaningful supply of different utilities to aid the burns? Yeah, I mean, technically the utility should create volume, but it takes a while to fully establish utility. Um, and if it's something that people will go out and buy, like if it's going to be like, hey, we're buying this position and we're buying maybe $100 million more dollars worth of this position, um, and hopefully all of that is on chain. This is why I think we are working towards a couple of things that are pretty important, to volume and pretty important to burns overall, which would be adding the buy button to station. Now I've contacted a bunch of people about it. I've contacted Coinin, but Coinin is not reaching back to me. They're not responding to me, which is crazy because they were responding to me very quickly before the integration of station, but then afterwards it's like, no, I've received nothing from them. And they were supposed to be very close to doing that, to implementing the buy button. But if not, we're gonna have to go a different route. But either way, you want to be able to buy directly on Terra Station or on Station. Um, and I think that's going to become a thing. That's what they're looking into pretty heavily. But I'm pretty much stuck in a place to where I don't know where we go from here for that. But that would be a big deal because you're able to buy on this DEX platform versus buying on the centralized exchanges where you don't have any type of fees that are associated with it. Should be a burn button too. I'm sure they will have some sort of a burn portal. There should be a within rewards or within trading or something like that. Do you want to burn more or something? I don't know. The thoughts on Kronos lands. Is that created by that's not created by the crypto.com team, right? It's like an outside thing that's created on the Kronos network. Um I don't know what that is, but we'll have to look into it because I looked it up and I don't see anything. I see a bunch of different metaverses. I saw something like a month or two ago about creating like Kronos lands and everything like that, metaverse and everything, and I was just like, this isn't coming from the actual team. Thank you for following. Uh, is it Devon? Devon? I don't know. I can barely see the names. Um, Air something. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you for following though. I appreciate it. Um, I really do. Let's see. What's crazy is which it's not really about crypto. But my my golf channel has been getting a little bit of views lately. Some if it gets to a point to where one of my golf videos has more views than my largest crypto video or stock video or investment video or credit card video or whatever, that will be very, very interesting. Because one of my videos over there on my channel over here is starting to catch a little bit of traction on my golf channel. Well, actually, already has caught a ton of traction. It has like 100. So I have like a lot of shorts videos that I make, and it's probably because it is a shorts video. And this shorts video has 105,000 views, and this one has 94,000. This one has 83,000. So you know, we're seeing a decent amount of views within the golf channel. If you guys want to go and subscribe to it, subscribe to it. The regular videos, though, um, are, getting 200, 300, sometimes 400 or 600 views. But it's good. I don't care. I want to just, be able to create the content I love. I don't want to sit here and focus in on the views. I want to focus in on just creating the content and loving what I'm doing, editing and everything there. So it's great to be able to have that. You guys want to go and subscribe to that. What's happening upstairs, but stuff is happening. Also, if you want to subscribe to any of my other channels, gaming, reaction, NFA channel, not financial advice, and the golf channel, go ahead and check out any of those. Um, do you think we need to raise taxes again? If so, by now, what? How much? 0.5%, 1%, or the original 1.2? So I don't know what anybody's problem was with the 1.2%. I know that they said that we wouldn't be able to build, we wouldn't have DApps be able to build on chain, and they wouldn't want to because it would cost 1.2% versus 0%. And I don't see the problem there. 1.2% is not an issue unless you had even if you had a crazy amount of transactions, there has to be some form of profit there for what you are doing. Now, I don't know um, every single thing that's being built or that was being built, but all I can say is that we have not seen the increased volume. So who cares about their utility that they are building? The point is that the chain shouldn't adhere to what DApps want. The chain or DApps and developers and people that are creating on this chain should adhere to what the chain wants. I don't understand why we are pushing to give them what they want for old utility when we can build new utility, right? And if you are generating some sort of a profit, are you getting money hungry because you're not generating that exact profit that you were gaining before? It's still a profit either way. If I have a 51% profit and you're taking, 1% out of that profit, or if I have 20% profit, or I have any profit and you're taking 1% out of that profit, who cares? It's making it better. And then when everything gets back to a better situation, you won't have the burns in place. Or you can have some sort of a tax in place to hold money for some sort of funding or some sort of reserve, whatever it is. But I really don't understand what's the problem with 1.2%. It's 1%. There are other projects out there that have like a 10% tax and still remain profitable, right? Uh, Obviously you're not looking at an entire chain to where you're building on those chains, but you are looking at projects that have 10% tax and they're able to put some towards marketing, some towards all these other places, and people are still buying it. So you're able to increase the value of what those are by seeing those taxes. Taxes, even though I don't like paying taxes, taxes do make situations better because you're paying towards a large lump sum of something in order to provide a benefit in the future, hopefully. So I never understood why taxes were were so frowned upon, especially when trying to save it. If we're not willing to give up something as the holders, the investors, the builders, everything, if we're not able to um, give up something small at that in order to save the chain, we're never going to save it. We have to give up something. I'm willing to give up 1.2%. Hell, I'm willing to give up 10% of my overall staking rewards. More than that. Well more than way more than that. When it comes to the transactions, if I knew that my gains, that we were going to find a way to survive and get this to another level, if I was selling, I would be willing to give up 10% of what I'm selling to. So if I made, $100 million, I would give up $10 million towards the actual chain and developing the chain and all of that stuff, because I know that everybody else is also doing the same. If everybody else is forced to do the same, then we have benefits with that. If they're not forced to do the same, I mean, we don't really see where we can go, right? Everybody has to give up something. Everybody, investors, builders, developers, everybody has to give up something in order to save it. And the fact that we are not doing that is the reason why this is not at a level to where we can say, yeah, this is going to burn enough in 5 years or in 1 year or in 2 years or something. What percentage of Lunic has been staked so far, and what's the staking rewards? So I don't know what the staking rewards are. They've taken those off of there, like the actual numbers to say how much reward you get for how many hundred Lunic that you have. But I know that there's about 900 billion that's staked. If you look at the difference here, let me actually just exit out of these. If you look at the difference between the circulating supply and the total supply on coin market cap, the difference is what is actually staked, which is around 900 in 900 billion or so. Also, if we go over to Station, let me bring up the Station app. Am I logged in? If we go to Station and we go to like one of the proposals, you're going to see how much is actually staked at the bottom. So I don't know what this proposal is. Don't worry about this. But these payments to, anyways, I don't know what this proposal is, but you'll be able to see the total amount that is staked, which is 900.72 billion. So the percentage of that is somewhere around what, 13%, 12 or 13 or 14%, something like that. So we have a decent amount that's staked. Typically, you see it hover around 5 to 10%, but we're hovering above that. I don't know if you can go back to this is because we used to be able to look at a lot of the statistics, and now I can't see any statistics at all. But over this time, I've received. I just took my rewards. Was it yesterday? And I think it might have been yesterday or like a day ago or something. I have 20,000 rewards at this point. I'm receiving a decent amount for how much that is staked, which is somewhere around 46 or 47 million coins. Bro used to talk about AMC. I remember you. Yeah, I still talk about AMC. I just don't talk about it much on my main channel. I talk about it on my NFA channel a lot. I had a couple of live streams, and I am gonna have another live stream today about that. I should probably go to members only, guys. I always say that I'm going to do members only. I want to benefit. If you guys want to become a member, it's 99 cents to become a member, and we can get chats through and all of that. 13% is not a decent, actually. Why is it not decent? Name another project that has more than 13% staked. There's a lot of projects that hover between 5 to 10% that's staked on average. So anything that's over that 10% is more than average. Crypto has been wait, where am I at? Crypto has been made to have cheap fees, not more, or same like bank. A chain won't work like that. What are you talking about? I randomly got banned from Coinbase in Canada. Well, that's not good. ADA has over 70% staked, I think. ADA, I know, has a lot that is staked because their typical hold time is just insane. And if you're offering a consistent percentage, people will stake heavily with it. Bone has been the big winner. Where is Bone right now? Let's actually check. Let me get out of this. Let me check where Bone is. Duplicate to Bone. Because I know Bone will have some success because of the fact that they're used as gas fees over on, but it all depends how successful Shibarium is, and also what the burn rate will be for Shiba Inu. If the burn rate is not heavy for Shiba Inu, I mean, I really don't, I really don't see a ton of volume going everywhere else too. But people are buying Bone because they realize that it seems like this is kind of the whole ecosystem is centering around this position, you know, from governance to gas fees to just so many different things, getting rewards in Bone. So everything seems to be centered around this position, and everything's created to benefit this position and nothing to benefit Shiba Inu. So that's where I knew that they were heading, and it seems like it's an easy road for them. Guys, we have 147 people here. If you can hit the like button, get me up to 100 likes, I would greatly appreciate it. I feel like we should be there already, but I do appreciate you guys even being here and just watching and listening and all of that. Again, there's a larger benefit, or there's this benefit that I usually do after 30 minutes, but I totally forgot. Every 30 minutes, the start of the live stream will be open to subscribers, but then it's usually the rest of the live stream after that is all members only, unless you go on Twitch, which Twitch has an open chat, or on TikTok. TikTok has an open chat as well. I appreciate you following, everybody that is following. It's freezing down here. Well, I'm freezing down here. XC, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, it's the easiest way of asking me, becoming a member. And now we have less people that are chatting, so that if you really have a question, you can get that question across. We can research whatever you want to research, all of those things. But let's take a look at where the market is right now. So the total market is up by 2.2%, or sorry, 2.02%. We're seeing Bitcoin's dominance decrease a little bit, still at 42%, but it's decreasing a little bit. Bitcoin is up to 23,000 dollars per coin. You're seeing Ethereum that's up to 16. I still hold some of my Ethereum. If you don't know what I did, I ended up taking $250, or technically $300 worth of Ethereum, and selling that so that I can move some of that into Jasmy coin to see the benefits with Jasmy. But I still do hold about 8,000 Ethereum, which I hope it does run soon, because I want to take a little bit of profit. Are you tracking Threshold and Audio? Seems they are both going to blow up today. So no, I'm not. I haven't looked at either of those, but we can definitely oops. Know what I'm doing. So no, I'm not looking at either of those. I'm not tracking those, but it is up 13% today. That's good. Seeing it at 5 cents, 82% of the total supply. That's great. Seeing 10 billion total. You're seeing $620 million worth of volume, which is down 27%. in the last day. That's a lot of volume. Previously, it saw tens of millions of dollars worth of volume. In the last 3 days, we've been seeing 277, 1.5 billion, 554 million, and you're sitting at about $620 million. If you look at the market cap, you're at $462 million, or fully diluted at 561. If we look at where the overall history has been, we've seen this up to $20, but I would imagine there was some dilution, or sorry, not $20, 20 cents. Maybe there was some dilution within it. You haven't really seen too much. I guess, yeah, you haven't really seen any at all, really. But you could see where the market caps were at some of these levels. Let's look at how much is held there. So you see 3,665 holders. That doesn't seem like a lot of holders, meaning that there may be some larger holders. So you have contract address holds 25%, another contract address holds 20%, another one that's 15%, another one that's 10%, a larger wallet that holds 8%. Keep an eye out on that right there. I do not like when these contract addresses, and I know they could be for like exchanges and uses elsewhere, but it's just so much that's held in one singular wallet. I don't think you need that much. Like, even when you think about how much that you need for staking, like, you don't even need that much for staking and providing rewards and all that stuff. So it's tough. It's very, very tough to see to see that benefit when you're blindsided by the holders. And that's how you kind of knew that. I mean, 3,600 holders, you knew that there's bigger holders that are there, bigger addresses that are holding it. So it does look like it has some potential, and does look like it moves quite a bit. But just be aware of what they're doing with those coins in those contract addresses, which probably will be, if you're looking into it heavily, you probably have an explanation for it. But I don't have an explanation, and I would need that explanation there. But either way, everything outside of that, I don't really have a problem with. It seems like everything's flowing right. It has the popularity, all of that stuff. It looks pretty good for Threshold. Thank you for gifting memberships, George. I appreciate that. The best part is we had a $1 trillion market cap. 100% true. Let's bring up audio. I do want to go through some more chats because I feel like I'm a little bit behind. So yeah. Thank you for gifting those memberships. Everybody that did get a membership, I appreciate you here. Make sure you take advantage of being able to use that membership and chatting away. Let's see. Listed on Coinbase later today. Oh, so Threshold's going to be listed on Coinbase. That's why you're seeing so much volume that's happening. It doesn't seem like a big task to install a buy button. So it's not a big task. It's the problem of either you have to create your own liquidity, and building your liquidity means that you have to have money to build up that liquidity for how many people are going to buy it. If you have a buy button on a DEX, if you have a buy button on a station, you probably have to allot somewhere around, I don't know, at least a couple 100 billion coins to begin with, to see what the level of interest will be, because it will be back and forth. And the thing is that as you're selling it, so the people that are holding on here and they decide to sell it on a station, then it would go into the liquidity pool because they're selling back to it. So they have to establish the liquidity pool and then make sure that any coins that people are holding on there, so the 900 billion that's held on station, 900 plus billion that's held on station, you would see some of those sales that go through, and people would just go directly to the liquidity pool, to where people would be paid out in actual cash. So you have to find a way to fund that portion of it if you're doing it that route. Now, if you're doing it the route that Coinin says, where you're using the liquidity from other exchanges in order to do so, you don't really need to house that, and all of the money would flow through Terra Station, would flow on chain, but it would just flow through the liquidity of Binance and KuCoin and all of these others. So it would work that way, but Coinin hasn't freaking responded to me. So it's not, they said that they were close to implementing it, and that all they needed to do was reach out to people that were in charge of station to get it implemented on the actual application. But again, I've reached out to them 3 times, sent them 3 different messages. on Twitter and have gotten nothing. So I don't know. Exodus will be burning Luna in the metaverse. And again, I think that will be big. I just hope that it ends up catching a lot of traction to where we can burn a lot. Because even the people that are saying, oh, you know what, I'm burning this much with my validator, where you're burning 9 million or 10 million or 20 million with your validator, that's still kind of a drop in the bucket to the overall amount. And we would love to see a lot more. Maybe instead of taking that money and burning, you can implement that into something to where we can now burn, I don't know, a lot more. You take your rewards, you put your rewards back in there, you're collecting those rewards and maybe burning whatever those rewards are. I don't know. Find a different route to where instead of you taking a portion of the money and just burning it off, you find something that can establish a larger burn for the future. Um, Golf Channel summer pictures make me want winter over. I hear you. I hear you. Every time I watch one of those videos or I edit a video, I'm like, I want to get out and golf, and I realize I'm like, oh, it's 30 degrees. It's not that bad to golf in 30-degree weather, and I'm okay with it sometimes. But I don't like being cold. I'm a tropical person. Um, I don't like being on the beach, but I like being out at the golf course. So in the sun still, but just not laying there and doing nothing. I can play spike ball on the beach. I don't know if anybody's played spike ball. My favorite game, my favorite beach activity. It's so fun. But yeah, I'm not really a person that lays on the beach. My wife lays on the beach all the time, and I hope that the kids are not the same way. I hope that I hope that Harper wants to play golf with me, which she does express interest in golf. She's always like, "Oh, can we go to the golf course?" And she likes her golf outfits and everything. And I'm like yes, that's what I want. So we'll get there. Terra Station should partner with Ramp to add a buy button. I mean, however they do it, I'm okay with it. We just need to find a way to do it, and I think they're brainstorming that now. So, um, yeah, let's find a way, guys. We have almost 100 likes. We have 147 people that are here, and we have 99 likes. If you want to be the 100th like, hit that like button, and you will be the 100th like. Do you win anything? Well, we'll find out if you're the 100th like. The answer is no. You don't win anything if you're the 100th like. But someone did hit the like button, so I appreciate that. I haven't given away anything in a while, but maybe we'll figure something out. We had 3 people hit the like button. We have 3 likes over 100 likes. Thank you guys. Have you had a chance to look further into Terra token? Not look further into it. So I did see I see a lot of responses to where people are like, I'm not trusting this thing. It's a scam token and giving your like email address and all of this other stuff in order to buy this token, and kind of a weird way of going about the pre-sale, where you're, instead of like buying it directly from your wallet, like you have to send it to an address, which is kind of weird. Like you send your coins to an address in order to show that, hey, I bought this and I should receive this much Terra. Who knows? Pre-sales end up going great usually. So if you can gain quite a bit from it, from $100 investment or $200 investment or whatever, then that's fantastic. But I don't know what to expect of it overall. I really don't. I know anything that's built on chain is always a good thing to have, things that are built on chain. But if you have a scam that's built on chain from the start, that will not be a good situation, and people will not trust things that are built on that chain. So hopefully, I'm so hopeful that this becomes a valid project, and um, we don't have any type of scamish activity that's happening within it. You know, Matt, what do you think 2023 will bring? Gains. I think it will bring a lot of gains to a ton of accounts, to a ton of balances, including mine. Now, I hope that a lot of these gains happen before tax season, so we don't see a large sell-off, because we can see a portion that's selling off, where people are trying to just make up what they've lost with their tax money, because you can only write off a certain amount. Um, so you're going to be taxed at whatever income you did make. And I know for a fact that I made a lot of income on YouTube, and elsewhere. And I'm just looking at our tax returns, and I'm like, yep, this is going to be a hefty tax bill. So I hope that things do make some moves, so I don't have to pull too much out of my investments. Just know that I'm not moving Terra Luna Classic. I'm not moving Shiba Inu. And I don't really want to. I'm not going to move CRO. I don't want to move either of any of those positions. Everything else, I guess, is kind of up for grabs. I hope that that doesn't become reality, because what I typically do is put a lot of my long-term investments in positions or platforms where I don't want to touch it, and I can't touch it. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Something that got me a little bit worried. And I also have to. My lease is up in March, so not my lease to my house, but my lease to my car. So I probably have to pay that off, which means that's 19,000, something like that. So interesting to all hit at the same time. What is CRO's market cap now? It's like 2 billion something, 1 or 2 billion. Let's scroll down here. CRO. We're seeing it, yeah, $2 billion market cap. We're seeing it at 8 cents currently. This has so much potential, and I hope that things really start to skyrocket soon. Because I invested $12,000. I'm down to like, I think it's like $9,000 or $6,000. Yeah, $6,000 total. So it literally got cut in half from everything that fell. And I did buy more. So I did have less invested. I believe it was like a 9,000 or 10,000 invested, but then I invested like 2,000 more at a level of like 12 cents. And I believe I invested a little bit more. No, it might have been, yeah, because I had 9,000, invested 2,000, invested another 1,000 at a lower point of like 5 cents. So yeah, ended up having a cost basis of between 10 and 12 cents. That seems low. Has the exchange been losing customers? No, so they've been gaining the amount of users, but the market cap is low, and the reason why the market cap was low was because of the scare that you had, where people were like, Kronos is going bankrupt, and they're doing the same thing that FTX was doing, and then Kronos comes back and goes, no, we're not. What are you talking about? We're 1 to 1. We have everything backed in our reserves, and we'll prove it to you. And they proved it. The problem is that we didn't see the recovery because people don't really trust exchanges, and the people that left crypto.com, or still hold or still have the accounts of crypto.com, they just don't have their money in crypto.com. They're putting it into more DeFi platforms. So if you're putting it into a platform like maybe a Ledger, or you're putting it into MetaMask or Trust Wallet or something like that, because you want to get away from exchanges, that's the reason why we're seeing a lot of people that are away from here. And when they did leave, they just didn't come back for the reason that they don't know if it's 100% true that Kronos is, or crypto.com is fully backed 1 to 1, which they've proved that they are. They've broken down reserves more than anybody else in the crypto space. And it had people questioning, like, if Binance could release the same information. CRO is paying for fees on the platform, right? No. So CRO, the reason why why I believe that CRO is going to be big. One, they're going to probably do that, where you're paying for fees in CRO on everything. But a lot of the exchanges, what they do is you pay the fee in the currency that you are buying or selling or something. That's what the exchanges do. So it's not going to be something that you're paying the fee in CRO. I mean, it would be great if it was, but that's not the case. That's not how that works. Now, if you're trading on the Kronos chain, like say if you're on MetaMask, you would end up using CRO in order to do that. trading on that chain. And then eventually, what they will do is being able to buy NFTs with just CRO, and I hope that that's the case. But majority of the benefit comes around the staking. So a lot of people are staking CRO for the benefits that you do get with different rewards on the platform. So it you're not paying in CRO for fees. No. Do they not have CRO trading pairs? Um, I believe they do. I believe they do have CRO trading pairs, but it's not something where fees come out specifically. Like if I'm trading um, USD, if they forced everybody to automatically convert to CRO, then that would be a different story. But since they have stable coins on there and USD and wallets where you can hold actual dollars basically, um, it's kind of uh, it's kind of not looked at the same way, right? You're not holding just any cryptocurrency. You can hold literally US dollars in your fiat wallet and then convert them into crypto. So so yeah, I wish that they would do it differently, and maybe they will as the platform becomes more and more popular. But the one thing that they do need to fix is the damn pricing. That pricing, they cannot have any of this inflated prices that's going on with this. So eventually, they need to fix that. Ooh, I gotta go to the dentist today. I do not like. I don't know. You're not like the. Well, I mean, I'm okay with the dentist. It's just every time I need to get like some work done or something. Um, and I hate getting numbed because I don't numb well, but we'll see. If Kronos has a 7 million market cap, 7 million market cap, what would be the price? Very low, and it won't have a 7 million market cap. There's too many people that are holding it. If you're talking about 7 billion um, instead of 7 million, if you literally double it from here, you would be looking at a 16-cent price. If you double it again, or not double it again, um, but if you add another 2 million to that, you'd be adding another 8 cents to it as well. So you would be looking at 24 cents at a $6 billion market cap. Um, uh, just understand that a $1 price would be a $25 billion market cap. So if we can find a way to get up to a $25 billion market cap, that's a big move. And the crazy thing is, that's not even the max potential that it can go. There's a lot of people that hold tens or hundreds of thousands of CRO, and I'm one of them. I hold 80,000 CRO. I'm collecting more CRO every day, and that's why I see so much potential in CRO because of where the market cap can go to at just a regular circulating supply of 25.2 million, which it has been up to previously. We've seen this at $22 billion market cap. It's hovered around $10 to $12 billion market cap a couple of times, and we've seen this, at a lower market cap, but it was at I believe a higher price compared to because it had a lot of volume or a lot of supply. It was like 100 billion supply. Now it only has 25.2 or a total of 30.2 billion. What do you mean? Are the prices more expensive on crypto.com? So yeah, they do a yes, billion. Yeah, they do a situation. I literally had a whole video made on it on the NFA channel talking about how crypto.com needs to change this. They tend to use more of the ask price, the higher than the ask price. They use like the higher price there. Like when I was trading Terra Luna Classic, whenever you're buying it, they use the highest price that they can use. Whenever you're selling it, they use the lowest price that they can use. So like I went through a scenario where I was looking to buy Terra Luna Classic and sell to Terra Luna Classic. Terra Luna Classic selling it at that point, the price was 1700. It was 1770. And they were looking for me to buy it at 1900. They were looking for me to sell it at 1600. So it's it's ridiculous to see that big of a difference. Understandable that you can see a difference because they factor in fees and a little bit of a range in order to fill the order. Um, that's what a lot of exchanges do. But if you're going to charge that much higher than what the actual price is, yeah, I'm not dealing with that. So from what I understand, since I made that video, and it hasn't really gotten like a crazy amount of views, but since I made that video, the price difference has changed, and it is a pretty significant. Let's see what it is. Where's my phone? Oh, my phone's right here. Um, you know what, guys? I'm gonna have to get off of TikTok because I'm gonna try and do something on my phone, which means I can't be on TikTok here. But I do appreciate you guys being here. We've been live for a while. We have 6 viewers. And we'll continue to be live. I just need to get a different device to use for my crypto exchanges because I can't look at crypto.com on the computer. But anyways, hit that like button or double tap the screen. Go follow me on my page, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. People on YouTube, I'm still here, so don't go anywhere. That was a decent live stream. So yeah, let me go to crypto.com really quick. Let me see the difference. Let me go to Terra Luna Classic. Let me look at some prices and just try and compare them. Because I know that they were close the last time I looked at them. So Terra Luna Classic right now, it says the price is at $17.29. That's what it says the price is at. And Terra Luna Classic here is at $17.23. So very, very close now. And when I looked at it, when I was making a move, the prices were way far off. And I'm glad that they found a way to sort of fix it. But let me see if I'm going to go buy. Let me see what the price actually is. If I take the $50 it's in my wallet, I'm going to go ahead and buy Terra Luna Classic. I don't know how much that's going to get me. How much would $50 get me normally? But it looks like that's 283,000. Yeah, I feel like that's right. Right? I feel like that's right. That's somewhere lower. I just don't know how much it's going to cost per Lunic. Yeah, so it's definitely closer now. And the last time I bought it, it was way far away. Let me look at a different position. Let me look at like BNB or something. BNB is at 306 right now, and BNB all the way up here is at 305.97. So yeah, I mean it's closer, right? It's still higher, but it's closer, and it's understandable when it's on an exchange. Um, so the displayed amount is usually by how much you're buying it. Um, what they show a lot of times is what the actual price is on the chart. But the displayed amount is usually by how much you're buying it. Now, when you're selling it, is a different story. Selling it, that may be something that you end up getting a way lower price for. So for me, what I've noticed is that the display amount is the buy amount on crypto.com. But there was a huge difference between the display amount and the buy amount when I looked at CoinMarketCap before. So they're definitely closer. It's just not exactly spot on, which I'm okay with if it's closer. But there's no way in hell that I was going to move 28 million from MetaMask over to Station, or I moved it over to crypto.com by selling it and moving my BNB over to crypto.com to where BNB was also at an inflated price. So I don't know, it just didn't really work out for me. But it eventually worked out because I ended up getting 31 million. So I got more than what I had before. So I was happy with that. Good morning. Got up late. I wanted to get up late today, but I didn't. I like to be on the move. I like to do things. I can't wait for Kronos to reach at least 25 cents. I have 15K coins at $2,300 that I spent And I'm down at least 1,200. Yeah, I'm down quite a bit as well. Down half of what I put in there. So if I put $12,000 in there, um, I'm down to about $6,000 or so. But I definitely see so much potential because it's down to $6,000. But understand that if I put $12,000 in there, my original cost basis was up a lot higher. And, you know, if it gets back to some of those points, understand how much I do make. I only invested $12,000, and if it gets back to 50 cents, right, that is $40,000 that I have. So my $12,000 just became $40,000. That's what I mean by, being able to, average down and then see so many benefits as it does run. But that's only if it does run, you know? Um, it would have really leave a bad taste in my mouth. I would have probably stopped using that platform. Yeah, if that didn't change, I mean, I still use it, and I understand that. Um, the only way, I don't know if I would off ramp on it, because I feel like if you're off ramping something that's super popular, you're not getting the accurate price for it, because then they're just taking the difference and they're just pocketing the difference. But if you use something like Coinbase or another like an actual wallet or whatever, I feel like you're getting a better price for it. So there may be a chance to where I move everything or a lot of things off of crypto.com into Coinbase, because Coinbase I have no problem with off ramping. But I also have no problem with off ramping on crypto.com unless the price gets inflated um, or deflated. Because if I'm selling the position and they give me a lesser price, right, like $3 less, that's not what I want to see. And I don't think anybody wants to see. Yeah. So yeah, we got about 10 minutes to this live stream. If you haven't had a Coinbase Advance is stupid cheap for fees and has minute charts. Yeah, I like Coinbase Advance. I don't like the fact that you have to fund the account first before doing that. You can't just buy directly, but I understand why, because they're pairings, right? Rather than you going from a certain amount. I just don't understand why you can't just like pull the USD directly from your bank account to throw into the exchange. You have to fund it first and then you throw it into the exchange. Hearing you and others saying you guys are down in your wallet makes me not as much sad. Seeing my total wallet down at least 4K sucks. Yeah, I mean, I'm down more than 4K. I would say overall, I've definitely benefited from the fact that Terra Luna Classic gave me so much of a return. And then also seeing the benefit of Lunatics token and how much of a return I got there, as well as how much I hold and realize gains in Lunatics token. It's definitely keeping me up in some of these areas. Without those two, I would definitely be down a hell of a lot. Like, because the market more than half, because the issue is that the markets came down 80%. So if they drop down 80%, then if you are holding the positions, you are also down 80%, if not more, depending on what positions you're investing into. So yeah, basically everybody's down unless you were doing like some quick skimming or day trading or swing trading within the markets, which is something that I like to do. I haven't done it, right? The only positions that I've done it with, I just recently did it with Aptos, and I need to start doing that a little bit more in order to take profit and reinvesting those profits or putting them into bank accounts, and setting them aside. I don't pay any fees on Coinbase. I trade a lot, so I pay a monthly amount. That makes sense. If you're trading constantly, that does make sense. Now, I haven't um, worked through how I would day trade. But if I can use Coinbase Advanced in a better way, like if I go to a Coinbase Advanced and I can put in like all of the indicators that I want to see, let me actually just click into this. Yeah, which you can put in a lot of different stuff. So if I can put in everything I want to see and be able to day trade some stuff, that would actually work out perfect. And this looks like a great platform to do so. Maybe I will start heavily day trading cryptocurrency since there's no pattern day trader rules, you know? Um, so I can make money off of, buying and selling certain positions as long as I have USD in my account. So that may be the next step, is doing that and making more trades. And if I do make more trades, maybe I should have zero fees. How much do you pay for that for coin? I think it's Coinbase One, right? It's like $20 a month or something, and then you would get free fees and you wouldn't have to worry about any of that. Um, I mean, the fees are very minimal either way. So if you have free fees and let's say you go and trade Bitcoin and you're looking to buy Bitcoin here, the estimated fee would be 28 cents. So yeah, if you're making, let's say 20 trades, yeah, that makes sense. Day trade and swing trade. I think it's $30 a month. Yeah, if you're day trading constantly on in crypto and you're paying 28 cents per trade, or 10 cents or 50 cents, or depending how much it is, right? If you have, I know it's going to say insufficient funds, um, but let's do, like, it's a $500 trade. It's going to say insufficient funds. That's a $3 fee. Even though it's low, it still would make sense for you to go through Coinbase One. So if I'm looking to day trade, that might not be a bad option. So you're right. So let me explore that a little bit more, and we may end up focusing on looking at very popular positions and day trading some stuff during the morning, um, or during some portions of the day. That would be fun. Be able to have the indicators, understand where things are, and be able to day trade them as they are resisting from certain levels, like I would in the stock market. The benefit of no fees comes when you trade daily on Coinbase. Yes, absolutely. All right, guys. So we have about 25 minutes. Sorry, not 25 minutes. 5 minutes to the rest of this live stream, and then we're gonna focus on trying to get whatever videos we have out for the day. And I hope that I can get all those videos out in the next hour, or not out in the next hour, but at least recorded in the next hour, because I want to go to the gym before I go to the dentist, and because I know afterwards I'm not going to go to the gym, so I don't want to miss a day, because if I miss one single day of going to the gym, I'm not going back. That's just how that goes. I cannot miss a day. And I love working out. It's just I end up going, oh, you know what? Let me take a break because I can work more. I can put in some more work here, and I don't need that. I don't need to put in more work there. I need to take my mind off of it sometimes and just have a good workout. You know. The problem is I don't think I'm going to be able to eat today. If you can't cover the $30 fee, I should stop trading. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm talking about, yeah, you should be able to cover the $30 fee, but um, it's more or less on how much you trade. Even if you feel like you're not profitable at times, right? It's about getting the practice and understanding how to become profitable. Eventually, yes, you want to cover the $30 fee every single month, which you should be able to do. But the point is that you can get as much practice as you want in here, because you can constantly trade as much as you want to have these benefits. And if you wanted to put in any type of indicators, you can. So let's see what type of indicators that you can actually put in here. I know you can draw. Can you create like shortcuts? Oh, here we go. How did I miss that? Yeah, you can put in all types of indicators, averages, put in probably an RSI, moving average, simple moving average, exponential moving average, volume weighted moving average, VWAP, a relative strength index if you wanted to. So yeah, you can add everything that you wanted to keep here. Volatility. There's a lot of different indicators. True strength indicator. Yeah. Momentum. Momentum indicator, which is pretty damn similar to the what you would see with the RSI. But yeah, you can put a lot of different things here, and it will benefit you in the long run. Definitely. Uh, what I do want to check is how you can take out indicators. I guess you take it out like this. So yeah, definitely need to explore that a little bit more because I haven't day traded crypto since XRP, and I was using Webull for that. If you let's see. Anyways, we got 1 minute. Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, if you guys want to check out my Patreon, feel free to check out my Patreon. Link is in the description where you get a lot of different stuff. You have 219 unique posts. You have different videos that are public or not public and things that you can watch, and you can watch a preview and all this type of stuff. I wish that they had a like playlists and all that stuff. But yeah, if you want to go and check that out, go and subscribe. Link is in the description. We also have all my other channels, my golf channel, NFA, reaction channel, gaming channel and everything. But guys, I got to get out of here. Again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This was a great stream, and I will catch you guys in the next one.